Good morning, everybody. It's Stevie B with Adventures in Old Fashions. I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of an update here while I'm waiting for a few things to dry out from the snow that we had last night. Um, as you can obviously tell, I survived that snowstorm up on the Continental Divide. It was a rough one. Cold, wet. Put in almost 20 miles to get to shelter to get dried out. Ended up spending like almost 2 days in Silverton, just putting myself back together, getting dried out, waiting for that system to pass, which it did. So I got back on the trail. I think you guys saw the train video. I was able to catch a ride on the train back up to the trail, which is pretty neat. The conductor was awesome. He didn't charge me, which is funny because I'd asked the kid working the train the day before if if I could catch a ride back up. He said sure. I'm like, well, how much is it? He goes, well, it depends on the conductor. He goes, they'll either going to charge you half price to drop you off halfway, or the one guy will charge you the full price and drop you off halfway. But the guy I talked to didn't charge me at all. He just said, we'll just put you on. So that was really awesome. Started the day out great. Gorgeous canyon that the train goes up through. So if you guys ever get the chance to get out that way, it runs from Durango to Silverton. They stop in Silverton, let everybody off for like an hour and a half to tour a shop, get something to eat, use the bathroom, things like that, and then head back over to Durango. Silverton, great little town, kind of like Creed, a little mountain town, touristy town. Quite a bit more touristy. I assume probably because the trains come through. There was some tour buses actually stopped and parked, so there must be some major tours that kind of go through there. And there is a ski area not too far away, so I'm sure that lends to it. Really neat historic, like downtown area. A lot of old buildings. I walked around, all afternoon, just kind of experiencing it. Natalia's 1912 great old fashions. The bartender's an older gal. She must have spent some time in the Midwest because she knows what she's doing. Just a neat town to spend some time in. But I'm back on the trail, and Tuesday went great. Weather was fantastic. Got in some good miles. I think you guys saw some of the videos of the San Juans that I'm in. Gorgeous mountain range, really beautiful. And then yesterday, I knew the weather was coming in, but either I moved slower than I planned, or it came in sooner than I thought, and I got caught in another storm. It got to the point where I was hiding under that tree under the tarp, and I knew I couldn't spend all night there, so I had to start venturing out to find a place to set up camp, and I got soaked in the process. Did set up camp, got into my dry clothes, dry sleeping bag, so that I made sure that I got a second tarp in Silverton, a little bit bigger than the one I had, and I set it up as an awning, and it worked really well. So I was able to set the tent up, get myself situated in a fairly dry situation. So I slept nice and warm and dry, so nobody worry about me. I'm doing great. But I do need to air out quite a few things this morning. So I've got the tarps and the tents hanging out. I've got all my clothes from yesterday that are soaked hanging up, trying to dry those out. But I'm going to get on the trail here in a little bit. I'm getting close. I'm like 40 miles away from Durango. So this whole adventure will be wrapping up here hopefully in the next 3 days. Kind of depends on how the weather goes, cooperates. I think I'm supposed to get some more weather in this afternoon, so I'm going to try and get some good miles in. Set up camp before it starts storming, so that way I don't have to set up in the wet, which yesterday I'm still kicking myself. So I'm hiking down the trail, and it's like a little after 3, and I see this spot that I could camp, and it was beautiful, flat, clear. Had the trees so I could set up a 2 tarp system for awnings. It was a dream come true, but it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and anybody that's through hiking doesn't stop hiking at 3 in the afternoon. So there was another supposed spot, like a mile and a half up. So I kept going, and that's when I got caught in that second storm. Um, yeah, I should have stopped. Should have set it up. It would have been great. But I'm trying to get this thing done, so I'm pushing, and I got one more 12,000 foot pass Kennebec to get up and over, and that'll be tomorrow. So I'm gonna get to a good spot tonight, set up, and then hit that last little push tomorrow. I'm hoping that we don't get as much weather like today and tonight as what we did yesterday, and that with the sun out for a while today, it'll melt some of that snow off. Otherwise, that's the only problem is I get up around over that 12,000 foot, some of those passes, I'm hiking through, 6 inches of snow, a little more when they're drifting, and I'm not equipped for snow. So I've got plastic bags in my shoes. You guys can see, maybe not. Just trying to keep my feet dry because my shoes are designed for summer weight. They're ventilated, so they soak up water like a sponge. So yeah, I'm going to try and get up and over that pass in good shape, and then it's pretty much just all downhill to Durango. So I'll keep you guys in the loop with what's going on, but catch you later.